This is the English Education News Network. I'm Ariel Murma. Tonight we hear from a frazzled teacher who ended up with an ELA 10-1 class that was half filled with English language learners, most of whom had just recently immigrated to Canada. We also hear from English Education News consultant Layla Miller, who suggests that chapter walks may be one effective method of meeting the challenges that ELL teachers face. Layla? Thank you, Ariel. With the increasing immigrant population in Canada comes an influx of students whose first language is not English into the education system. And while Canada's multicultural policy ensures that these students are welcomed with open arms, some teachers are struggling with the challenges that this can bring. Hello, would you be able to tell me your name and what school you teach at and what you teach?
My name is Miss Frazzle, and I teach at the Flying Rhino High School. And I am an English teacher.
Thank you very much. How would you say that your teaching has been impacted by the arrival of so many English language learners?
Well, my dear, I must say that I absolutely love my job, and I absolutely love teaching English. But one of the main struggles I do have already is teaching native English speakers.
Like you and me?
Like you and me, yes. All the linguistics and rules and grammar about the English language. When we have this influx and introduction of students from all around the world whose native language is not English, and English is one of the hardest languages to learn. And it's already hard enough trying to teach the grammatical correctness and linguistics and phonics to students who are English speakers. And then when we have all these, bilingual students that English is their second language, I'm just having a hard time connecting and really getting the point across of how to properly function in an English language. And I don't speak Chinese, and I'm not bilingual. The only language I know is English. So I'm just wondering, is there anything out there that could help me?
Thank you, Miss Frazzle. Now, this does sound like a very frustrating situation for teachers to be in. Fortunately, I might have one possible solution.
Really? What is it? What's that?
The power of technology. Chapter walks are an excellent tool to help English language learners understand some of the text they are going to read before they even read it. They can be defined as strategies where students are led through a chapter and are guided through the process by examining vocabulary, chapter headings, pictures, subheadings, etc. Chapter walks are primarily a scaffolding tool for understanding that is traditionally used with textbooks, but I'm here to tell you that this method can be used within the English classroom too. For example, say that we are in an 8th grade classroom and are about to start a unit on Catherine Patterson's The Master Puppeteer. Before I even start reading the book, I would have the students look at the cover image and tell me what they see and what they think the story is about from that image. From there, I would read aloud the back cover and start 2 vocabulary lists, one for difficult words in English and one for Japanese words and character names. For each difficult vocab word, I would give some sort of explanation, whether it be strictly verbal, acted out, or matched with a picture. I would repeat the same process with chapter 1 prior to reading, with maybe 10 words maximum. Then, ask the students to look at the very first page and the illustration there. I'd ask them what they think it is and how they think it relates to the story. Finally, I would repeat the same process with the illustration preceding chapter 1 and the title of the first chapter. Now that we have covered context and some of the more difficult vocabulary, we can begin reading the first chapter, and my ELL students are now much more prepared to tackle the material.
Wow, I really like this.
So do you think that your ELL students will be able to benefit from this?
I completely think my ELL students will benefit from it.
That's excellent to hear. Alright, now back to you, Ariel. Thank you for your time, Layla. And that is tonight's report on Chapter Walks. This is the English Education News Network. I'm Ariel Murma. Thank you, and good night.